All right, Shalom Malcolm. Shalom. This is your brother Shaquat. Just bringing out this lesson, going into the topic of let's see, it's the topic of dangerous times ahead. Okay, dangerous times ahead because with the things that's going on, in the planet Earth, you know, you got Jake amongst Jake, making these making these make, and coming up with the idea to make milk crates, and doing just like it says in Ecclesiastes, folly is sit in great dignity, and amongst that, we got dangerous times ahead. So I just want to bring this lesson out for edification's sake, because of Jake, is you know who these elites are coming for. That's who they're coming for. We bring these lessons out day to day. You know, bring these lessons out day to day, and you know, we're we're trying to seek the elect. You know, but the best thing that Jake can think about right now is a milk crate challenge. So without further ado, I want to hop right into this lesson. This is Amos 3:6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people be not afraid? And there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it. All right. So you know, uh, you know, so the Lord is behind all these things. So we need to be fervent. You know, in our doings, and in our works, which we are. We do that diligently, but it's time to you know for Jake to wake up. It's time for you Jakes to stop dibbling dabbling and folly, and search the truth, you know, in all sincerity and in truth, you know. But let me get Amos 5. Woe meaning destruction unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. So while everyone is thinking that, because most the majority of the world is in the under the banner of Christianity. That's the world domination. That's the world dominance. So like the world dominant religion right now is Christianity. Babylon, if I'm not mistaken, has the most people. Babylon is which is America, is the biggest country. If I'm not mistaken. And the majority and the most dominant religion is Christianity. And Christianity is full of nonsense, and full of nonsense, and it's full of you know it's full of falsehood. The true um you know the true light, and the truth is within these scriptures, these actual scriptures. You have to search the scriptures. You can't lean on to what your pastor says. Jake. You can't lean off what your pastor says. You have to lean on Yahweh Shema Shah. You have to trust in the Lord with all your heart. And lean not into your own understanding. All right. So it says, I'm gonna read the next verse. Because these Christians, first before I get to verse 19, it says, you know, woe unto you the desire the day of the Lord, to what end is it for you? So, you can't, these Christians like to think that, this day is coming as light, but it's really not. This day is coming, you know, full of darkness. And before that, before even that, it's going to be darkness. Spiritually darkness. You know, it's going to be complete darkness. It's going to be tragedies. It's going to be signs in the heavens. It's going to be signs in the earth. Which is like the floods, pestilences, plagues, earthquakes, fires amongst different countries and cities and states. You know, that's what. And I'm gonna get that real quick in the book of Luke, the 18th chapter, or is it 28? Let me see. 18, 18 and verse. Let me just type it in. Let me see. Okay, here it is. Luke 12:49 says, "I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled?" Okay, so it's gonna be mass death on the earth, in mass mass plagues on the earth before that time even comes. So let's get this next scripture in Amos 3rd chapter and the 6th verse. So that's what's coming. For Babylon the Great. Amos 5th chapter in the. It says, "As if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it?" It says, I despise your feast days. I will not smell in your solemn assemblies." Right. So he's talking about, the it's talking about the Christianity, these holidays that the Christians celebrate every year. You know, and you got to follow the straight gate. You know, you got to follow that straight gate. Because the straight is the gate and broad is the way. You know. Let me get that real quick in Matthew 7:13 real quick, just to back that up. Matthew 7:13 says, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and a few be there that find it. Right. So, you got, people that's following that broad, that that Broadway, which leadeth unto destruction. There's a saying in the world that, if I'm not, I may not quote it right, but because I haven't heard it in a long time, but it says that those who follow, something that's not, basically, you know, something that you like, you know, say for instance, it's a certain type of something that you like, basically, you know. Salaki, I'm just keep on reading, I'm gonna keep pushing forward, but let's get just enter ye in at the straight gate, because straight is the gate, Don't follow Christianity or these other religions that the white so-called white man has pushed out, or these heathens has pushed out, because these heathens and the so-called white man, which is the top heathen, is going into captivity, for leading our people into captivity, with these ideologies and all these extra, deities and idols. We don't serve those idols. We serve Yahweh Shema Shai and truth and sincere. We follow the straight gate. Which is Holy Bible in its entirety. So let's get Amos 5. Well, let's get 1 Samuel 2, starting at verse 6. It says, "The Lord killeth and maketh alive, and he bringeth down to the ground." So it's like he bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. So the Lord is the mastermind behind the world's downfall, because you know you know you get the so-called white man who was proud and thinking that he's in control of everything, but the Lord stating here that He is in control. So just so if you don't know now, what you should. But the Lord is in control of all this. The Lord is the mastermind. Not Satan, or not any other gods. Not the so-called white man. Which he has the earth. It says Job 9:24, the wicked is the hand of the Lord. It's like it says in Job 9:24, it says the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, but ultimately the Lord is behind all this. So let's get Job 5:19, starting at verse 19. Job 5:19, going down to verse 24. It says, "He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee." So you have to believe in that, because you can't waver in your faith. Just like it says in I think it's Ecclesiastes second Ezra 15 chapter and 3rd verse. The unfaithful shall die in the unfaithfulness. So you have to have that faith. Don't be a don't waver in your faith. Don't be double minded. Stand firm for this truth. Because this truth is your gateway to salvation. You have to believe in that wholeheartedly. Walk in this is the just to live by faith. So walk and believe in that. All right. But there's dangerous times ahead. It can get rocky. It can get the road is going to be rocky. But we have to believe and have faith. That we will be delivered. And the Lord's going to take care of the rest. Okay. And that's for sure. All right. He says, "Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh." It says, "At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth." We're going to be rejoicing, and we're going to be laughing at destruction, because we have the answers already. We already have the answers. We have the blueprint. We have the answers. And it says, "For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee." So we're going to have spiritual powers. That spirit's going to be heavy on us. The Lord's going to send that spirit on us to be heavy. We're going to be watching closely at a lot of things. We're going to be heavy in a lot of things. We're going to be rejoicing, and we're going to be, we're going to have a little bit of, fear, but it does say, in Isaiah 33:6, the fear of the Lord is His treasure. We're going to have a little bit of fear, because Jacob's trouble is coming for all of us, but we're going to have that faith, which is going to take care of us. All right, that's what we're going to walk by and live by. All right, It says, and thou shalt know that the tabernacle shall be in peace, and thou shalt be visited, and thou shalt visit thy habitation and shall not sin. All right. So let's get some more scriptures. This second Ezra 15, starting at 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. So destruction to the world and them that dwell therein, because the world is not friendly with Yahweh Shem Shah. They're enemies to Yahweh Shem Shah because they don't want to follow the ways of Yahweh Shem Shah. Simple and plain. It says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. Says they shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions it shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall not be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with a sword, and spoil their goods because of their lack of bread and for great tribulation. So it's gonna be chaos. It's not gonna be any time for discussion in the day, because it's gonna be rapid. It's gonna be rapid. It's gonna be rapid chaos. Rapid destruction. Yahweh Shema is gonna unleash his anger. So that wrath is gonna come down like it says in Revelation 20, like it says in Revelation 12:12. There's gonna be great wrath. So let me get that real quick. Revelation 12. Revelation 12:12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe, meaning destruction to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down to you having great wrath, because he knows that he hath but a short time. So Yahweh Shem Shai is about to unleash his whipping stick, which is the so-called white man, who is the devil according to the Bible, and he's going to come down with great wrath and give you that potion, that jab, on you, in the MOTB, because he wants to control you at the end of the day. He wants to give you, he wants to have you trust in him. As says in Isaiah 30th chapter, woe to the rebellious children that trust in the shadow of Egypt. You can't do that. We have to trust in Yahweh Shem Shai ultimately. But with that, I just want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Shai Shem Hagadash, known as Apostle Ezra Millstone, for we're going to teach well. Peace and Mr. Akim, pushing the truth around the globe. Shalom.